Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'm going to be doing the next episode in my Masters of Horror series, and the episode is Chocolate. Chocolate aired on November 25th, 2005, so that means this year is celebrating its 15th anniversary. It was directed by Mick Garris, who was also the creator of the show overall. It stars Henry Thomas as Jamie, Lucy Laurier as Catherine, and Matt Frewer as Wally. And if you're interested in watching this, it is streaming on the Roku channel, Hoopla, and Tubi. So let's get into what this episode is about. So we have Jamie, and he is working as a food scientist. He comes up with different artificial flavors for food, and his coworker Wally is like, hey, I know that you've recently gotten divorced from your wife. Why don't you come to one of the gigs that I have, because Wally's in a band. And he's like, let's see if we can hook you up with someone. So Jamie is like, okay, I'll go. So he goes, and while he is at this gig, he realizes that something is off while he's talking to this woman that he met. And he can't hear anything. And he's like, I can't hear anything. And the girl ends up leaving because she's like, that's weird. He's also driving Wally home after the gig is up. And in the middle of driving, he's like, I can't see, and then starts going all over the road, and then he regains his vision. So then we don't have any other instances of this until he meets this woman at the grocery store, and they become friends, and they go home and they have sex. And then the next morning, he starts convulsing, and he's seeing things, and the girl's like, what the heck is going on? So it turns out that he is psychologically connected to this woman, and he's feeling the things that she feels, and he's seeing things that she's seeing, and he starts to fall in love with this woman, really not knowing anything about her. And then he goes on this journey to try to find her. And that's where I'm going to leave the synopsis. So this is definitely not one of my favorite episodes. It's probably the weakest episode that we've seen so far. If you're a big horror fan, you're probably not going to like this episode, because this is the least horrific episode that we've seen since the series has started. It's definitely a watchable episode, but it's not what I would consider horror or anything like we've seen previously. I do think that I have an interesting take on this episode, which I was reading all of the reviews, the written reviews on Letterboxd, and I didn't see anyone come up with this. So this could be completely out of left field, and I will accept that. But something that is very interesting about this was that he's psychically connected to this woman. And he can see and feel things that she's feeling. Like the one time when I mentioned that he was convulsing, it was because the woman was having sex. He was the woman during the sexual intercourse, and he was feeling everything that she was feeling. So just based off of stuff like that, I kind of feel like this could potentially be read as a trans story. Jamie is a trans person who is having conflicting feelings about whether he wants to be what society deems acceptable, which is the man that he was born as, or the woman, because I don't know. I feel like he's feeling all of these things, and that could be his other world. And there's lots of things that are like that in this story. This woman is from Canada. Canada's known to be a lot more progressive than the United States, so it could, in theory, he could have went there to try to transition, and then there's this ultimate battle at the end where one person wins over the other, and I feel like that could be both sides of this person trying to figure out what is going on. I totally understand if people are not on board with that. it could be maybe stretching, but I think after watching this episode, that was literally the first thing that I thought about when I saw it, and I thought that it was interesting. And I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't know how people will react to that. But now that we've heard what I had to say about this movie, let's talk about what other people thought of this movie. On Letterboxd, it has a 2.3 out of 5. And on IMDb, it has a 5 out of 10. And I ended up giving this 3 stars. I said that it was pretty watchable. It is watchable, it's just not the best. And it's not living up to what I thought that a Masters of Horror episode would be. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of Chocolate, if you liked it or you didn't like it, and why. And if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below. You can make sure to check out all of the reviews for my Masters of Horror series. I have 5, this will be my 5th one that I've already done, and I have the rest to go in this season, and I'll also be doing a ranking video at the end. And give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching, have a great day. Bye.